Hello everyone, so we have this problem. It talks about Computer City and the sales it had from 1995 to 1996. And it's given the function s of t equals 0.106 sine of 1.39 time plus 1.61 plus 0.455. And it says that t has to be greater or equal than 1 and smaller or equal than 8. And then it says that time is the timing of trimesters and that 1 equals the end of the first semester of 1995. So we have this graph and we can use a graphing device to indicate and to see how the graph is going to see. And we have the next graph.
We use Desmos as our graphing device. First, we have to determine the period that the problem is telling us, that is from 2 years. It goes from January of 1995 to January of 1997. We mark a line from 1 to 4. This is because the problem tells us that t must be greater than 1, greater or equal than 1, and that t equals 1 represents a semester.
Since t equals 1 semester, then the half of it is going to be equal to a trimester. To make things easier, we decided to draw a line for each trimester starting from 1. So 1 is going to be from 1 to 1.5 is going to be our first trimester. So we drew a line in 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4. And that's how we mark the trimester to make it easier to analyze the graph and where we have our maximum points and our minimum points in the period that we must analyze.
Now that we have the graph drawn and we divide it in trimesters, we can analyze what the problem is asking us for. We can see that we have 2 maximum points and 1 minimum. The first maximum is located at the first trimester of the period that we're analyzing. This maximum is located at the point 1, 0.47, and the second maximum is located at the last trimester what we are analyzing, that is located at the point 4, 0.53. Now that we have the maximum, we will continue with the minimum. This minimum is located between the third and fourth trimester and is located at the point 2,23, 0.34.
Now that we have finished with what is asking us in the point A, then we go to point B, which is asking us for the maximum and minimum income of Computer City. So here we have to look at the whole graph, not just the period that we were analyzing before. And what we do is localize a maximum point and a minimum point, and we're starting in 0. Just in 0, there's a maximum point that is located in 0.56. That's our maximum income from Computer City. And we have a minimum, which is the same one that we analyzed a while ago, and it's 2.32, 0.35 if you round it. And that's like our maximum and minimum point generally.
We finish with the point B of the problem. Now we will pass through the point C. This point is asking us how can we get the maximum and minimum point of the graph directly just by looking at the graph. This is very easy. First of all, like it is a sine, it will start in 0. There we will have a maximum point and also where it ends. Right in the middle, it will have the minimum point. So, like it's assigned, he will have the maximum points where it starts and where it ends, and the minimum point at the middle.
Hi, so last week we learned the topic of modeling with flipped classroom and we saw three advantages. The first one was an intellectual challenge because we had to learn how to solve all these exercises with our own knowledge, like see how it works, how we move the graphs, and how all these numbers affect in the formula, and how it's going to affect our result. The second advantage was that you could go at your own pace. So if you didn't understand a little part of the video, you could go back and watch it over and over and over until you understood what was the guy talking about that was explaining the exercise. And the third one was that it was kind of like collaborative, because if you didn't understand something, you could go and ask your friend and he's gonna help you if he understood, and then you create like this network of helping each other and making things